Hi friends, we have Shantanu here. He's a pass out from NIT Surat, and Shantanu is here to share his experience regarding his preparation for NIT Surat and his living experience in NIT Surat. So Shantanu, welcome. Let's start. How did you go with your preparation?
So in standard 11th, when one basically starts preparing for JEE or IEEE, my all friends started preparing there. But the thing is, I never did anything in standard 11, and my mother was concerned. She was quite concerned that her child is not doing anything while all his friends, all his close set of friends were preparing for JEE and other top level examinations. So in standard 12th, I realized that I was going nowhere. And after some time, I decided that I needed to join a coaching class. In my life, I had never studied in a coaching class or a tuition. So this was a new thing for me. But I joined a class called JEEtips Educational Services in Baroda, which was one of the major coaching classes for IIT JEE. It used to provide a quality education. So what I realized in the coaching class is that the kind of exposure you get to different level of tests, to different level of concepts, which you don't get in CBSE, was quite different. And this difference was basically why a lot of people who go to coaching classes, who go to quota, who take the time out for special studies for JEE, because the concepts are quite different. They are higher level of concepts. That is why they crack JEE. So basically I joined a coaching class. I really studied hard for 6 months. I used to do both 12th standard and 11th standard concepts of JEE and IIEEE. And I managed to crack ELM in IIT JEE. At the same time, I managed to get a rank in IIT.
So while you were preparing, were you aware about these online platforms, online courses for preparation and different forums which help you while preparing? Did you took any help from those platforms?
Yes. So in standard 11th, I had subscribed for Brilliant Tutorials. Brilliant Tutorials is a Chennai-based online forum. At the same time, they have their own classes. And a lot of students in India subscribe for Brilliant Tutorials. So basically, coaching it was a correspondence course. At the same time, they provide online tutorials also. It really helped me. Yes.
So, what do you think with present culture will such a kind of platform help students in preparing? Like, there's a platform which provides you online classes or special classes for JEE preparation. So, will it be helpful?
Definitely, it will be helpful because even for exams like CAT, even for exams like GRE, I personally look up at the videos on YouTube. There are so many recorded videos on YouTube. Similarly, for IIT JEE, not everyone can access these kind of coaching centers. These are the premier cities of India. Especially for people who are in tier 2, tier 3 cities or village atmosphere who don't have access to this education. Even if this online platform is built well, they can really go and access this and actually crack JEE, because I've seen people in like smaller villages having a lot of talent, but the only problem is they don't have any access to infrastructure, they don't have any access to proper education and any access to proper teaching or guidance. That's the problem.
So once you cracked your entrance exams, how did you zero down to college and to the stream? Did you use internet? Did you use help from different forums or the information on web? So how did you zero down this?
Yes, so there was a forum that time called Ankur Gupta forum, which used to give a lot of details about what sort of college has what sort of branch, which rank people go to what colleges. So basically I knew what stream I wanted to pursue, but the college was a difficult decision because staying away from home, staying far from home, will I be able to come back home at what time, the kind of city where I would live in, the kind of placements that college offers. The problem is every NIT and every IIT has certain branches which are very good, which are really good, and certain branches which are not so good. So even if you are in the top IIT or top NIT, but the stream in that NIT or that particular college is not offering you quality education, then it does not make sense to go to that NIT. Rather, you go to a lower ranked NIT which has a better quality in that particular stream. So basically, these were the things. For me, I zeroed down on NIT Surat because Surat was closer to my home Baroda. I could go monthly twice. I could visit my home like 2 times a month. At the same time, Surat Mechanical is considered one of the best. It had really good placements, plus it was in a posh area of the city. So overall, the mix was good, and certainly the crowd which comes to Surat is also very good. The mix of the crowd and the culture is very good. So I kind of found out the culture from my seniors. I spoke to them, and that is how I came to know that yes, Surat would be a very good choice for me overall.
Let's come to your academic experience in your college. So, how do you see, academics in NIT Surat?
Academics in NIT Surat, again it is branch specific. There are branches like mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering are really good. They have professors who have been teaching since 30, 40 years, 15, 20 years, very experienced professors who have amazing research on their, who have done amazing sort of research. And at the same time, there are branches like electronics and computer sciences which are still on a developing stage. Which need more infrastructure, which need more research paper. The faculty members are quite new. So it's a mix of education. But at the same time, overall, I would say that NIT Surat is a very good platform if someone wants to join in NIT. Because it gives a very good exposure in terms of academics, in terms of exposure, in terms of peers, and at the same time, you have an exponential learning in NIT Surat.
So, how was the co-curricular activities at NIT Surat? What would you do in your free time?
So the co-curricular activities are quite amazing. We have different sort of clubs. We have different sort of social clubs where we actually used to even educate the underprivileged. We had quiz clubs, we had astronomy clubs, we had different clubs. At the same time, we had technical clubs. For example, if someone wanted to learn robotics, we had a club called Drishti, which would like teach a person from the scratch. We had events happening all over the year. So we had different kind of events like biz events, technical events. A cultural festival used to be one of the best in Western India. So yes, one could actually pursue his interest in whatever field he or she wanted to. So basically, the co-curricular activities were quite amazing at NIT Surat, and at the same time it used to give us a lot of exposure in different fields.
How was your living experience in hostel?
The living experience in hostel for first year we used to live in an old hostel. That was the time that our college was going under construction. But from the second year, once the infrastructure was laid, we almost got single rooms. We had an amazing Wi-Fi facility. Our campus is situated in a really posh area and it is around 300 square feet. So there is a lot to do in the campus, like sports, like if you want to jog, because the maximum crowd of Surat comes to jog there. So the ambience is really good. At the same time, our mess facilities and the food facilities are also very good, with a centralized canteen, which like people love it. So yeah, overall living experience was also good. It was a problem-free living experience with amazing peers.
Heading on this, how do you see infrastructure facilities like labs, library, or sports facilities there?
The developments of labs has been on a rise. The MHRD, Ministry of Human Resource Development, gives around 200 crores to each NIT for its every 5-year plans. These 200 crores are mostly used for the infrastructure development like hostels, the labs. So basically all the labs, may it be mechanical, may it be electronics, may it be computers, have been developed in the best possible manner. At the same time, our college used to participate in events like Baha and FSA, where we used to make formula cars, we used to make all-terrain vehicles, we used to participate in Robocon, where we used to make like autonomous robots, manual robots. So this was only because of the lab facilities that we were able to achieve these extracurricular activities.
So, suppose someone wants to prepare for like higher education examinations like CAT, GMAT, GRE. So, did the city provide those kind of facilities, coaching opportunities?
Yes. So when I was there in Baroda is actually a tier 2 city. Initially there were very few centers, and once there were one or two centers which came up, and then these centers grew exponentially. There were many other centers which came up, and now the facilities are very good. But still, in a lot of cities, the facilities are less. Not everyone can afford these facilities because for 2 years they actually take around 1.5 lakhs. Not all parents can afford this. So building an online forum would be an excellent idea, because if I understand, not even 5 to 10% of Indian students who want to prepare for IITs or NITs can avail the facilities of these coaching centers. So basically, what I feel is that if they go into private colleges, and that is why the quality of education goes down. But even if they are getting this kind of an exposure, the competition levels will be much tougher, and people are willing to invest their time if they get a proper facilities, which is a low cost facility. Yes.
So, how do you rate placements in your college and the faculty placements is the major concern for students who join engineering colleges?
So I would like to tell that placement, if you are if you are a student from National Institute of Technology or an Indian Institute of Technology or a BITS, which come under generally a tier 1 college, you don't have to worry about placements. We always had 100% placements, and mostly people used to get the choice of their companies they wanted. So placements were never an issue in our college, and our college, especially NIT Surat, being in an industrial area like Surat, there were a lot of companies which used to visit our campus. But at the same time, people used to get 2 or 3 jobs, and that is the trademark of an NIT, that it exposes you to so many things, and the kind of contacts which NITs have through since many years. The placements are easy to get. It's not an issue basically.
So, a quick fire round for you. Weekend getaway at your college. What would you do at weekends? Like the best thing to do?
The best things to do at weekends were maybe to chill out with seniors. We would go to different hangout places. Daman was pretty close by. Daman is a place, it's a union territory. It's on the coastal line. So we used to go to Daman. Surat has a lot of hangout places. We would watch movies. We would go out. There were there's small places near Wana, like Dandi beach is there. So nearby there were a lot of places which we could visit. Something like a Choki Dhani, a Dandi beach, a Daman, a hill station like Saputara. So there were a lot of things. And apart from that, a lot of times we used to have academics also. There were a lot of different activities which used to go in college on Saturdays and Sundays, guest talks and all. So yes.
Best experience of your college?
When I became the head for my cultural festival, Sparsh, and it was a 50 lakh, the budget of the festival was 50 lakh, and we really managed it well. It was in the final year. It was sort of a dream come true the way we put up the fest, and it was the best time for me to work with an amazing set of people, and at the same time like living those years of final years. So yes.
Thank you, Shantanu. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.